So yeah, welcome back everyone, welcome back to LSR round 8 here in season 5 for part 2 of the race. We drove like half of the race, and now we're gonna restart again because a lot of people just lagged out of the lobby, so we're gonna do a restart with a 13 lap race here again around Saudi Arabia in Jeddah. So we immediately gonna start, and it's gonna be very important immediately for strategy wise, pace wise, because most of them has not been driving for around 50 minutes, so they need to get back into the rhythm, and that can be difficult for a lot of people. And you have also people who forget their strategy with a restart, of course. So it's going to be very important to get your setup back, your your strategy back. So this is going to be very, very exciting. This is going to be a kind of sprint race with 13 laps, of course. So this is going to be very, very excited and important for the drivers, of course. So yeah, we have a starting grid. Let me take the starting grid real quick. We have a starting grid with BRG Vito on 1, then Nets on 2, Edge on 3, Xurk City on 4, Magnus on 5, Speedy Gunner on 6, Atukia Dogs on 7, Bill Moffat on 8, Kendrick on 9, Flip on 10, Nemesis on 11, Krusty T on 12, Kaz on 13, and Oreo Halfrican on 14. That's going to be the starting grid, so it's going to be very important. So we have Vito on pole, of course. He needs to defend his pole from Nats. So it's going to be very, very exciting, as I mentioned before. So now again, let's go for some predictions, and put your prediction in the comments here below. And let me go for a top 3 as well. Okay, let me take a look. I go for BRG Vito on 1. But let's go. Let's see. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we're underway again for the LSR round number 8 of this championship in season 5. Magnus takes the lead of BRG Vito, and we are underway again, and Vito is immediately under pressure from the Mercedes driver of Xurk City, and again there's gonna be some trouble. What's going on there? Xurk City takes the second place, and Vito has spun around. Oh no! The guy who has started on pole position for this race has spun around, and he is retired from the session. What a disaster for BRG Vito. And Magnus is already 2 seconds gone. Oh no, that's so sad for Vito. We gonna need to take a look what happened there. It's so unfortunate to see. And Kendricks is gonna try to do an overtake on Xurk City. And as I said before, Magnus is already 2 seconds ahead of this group. So it's gonna be very, very important for Kendricks to extend his championship lead even more, with taking as many points as he possibly can. And for that he needs to overtake Xurk City, where he is 7 fans behind him, and he is under pressure from the Williams drivers from I Took Your Dogs. And let's see what he can do. Maybe he can take an advantage of the start. And now we have the group here, of course. Let's put the track map again, the LED data, etc, etc. Let's see on which tires everyone is, because that's going to be very excited as well. Magnus and Kendricks are both on mediums, and the rest is all on softs. So it's going to be very interesting about Xurk City. Is Kendricks going to overtake Xurk City, or can Xurk City, can he connect to Magnus again? Or can he maybe do an undercut, which he's obviously gonna do, but that's gonna be very, very interesting, that strategy. So let's see how that turns out. But yeah, like I said before, it's so unfortunate for Vito. He started on pole and something happened there. Some contact must have happened and he spun the car, which, yeah, is very, very unfortunate for him. And I took you dogs with a moment there. So now it's gonna be Edge who is overtaking the Williams driver. Edge is gonna be up in P4. And yeah, the Williams driver, maybe the tires were not on temperature yet or something like that, but he lost the position to Edge there. And Magnus, he took the fastest lap. Now is everyone taking the fastest lap. Edge has taken the fastest lap again. And Magnus, Circuit City is gaining some time on Magnus because he has that soft tire advantage, of course. But let's see what he can do. Further up in the field, Speedy Gunner, yeah, has gone off track as well. And I took Yadox want redemption because he lost his position previous lap because he went too wide. So he wanted to get some connection to the top 4 again. And maybe Kendricks. Let's take a look on him. Kendricks is doing a really good job because he can compare the pace with Circuit City on fresh softs, while Kendricks is on medium, so he's doing a pretty good job at this particular moment. Kendricks, he is showing some really good pace right now to stay connected to Circuit City, of course, to stay at the back of him. And let's see if he can make a move maybe the next couple of laps. That's gonna be very interesting. It's only 4 fence now. What can he do? He's gonna try and overtake him here. That's probably not gonna happen, but maybe in the next couple of laps. Or he can maybe, is he gonna send it? No, he is gonna back off. Not for this lap. Thinks Kendricks. He's trying to push to get into that second place. And maybe with the same strategy as Magnus, maybe he can fight for the lead again. Because as we know in the past, Kendricks has some unbelievable pace. He could be challenging for the win again. And Magnus have made a mistake because Circuit City is within the DRS of the Alfa Romeo driver. He is trying to get into the DRS. Just about a second right now. 8 tenths. Is Circuit City gonna be able to overtake Magnus? And is he gonna have an advantage because of his soft tires? That's a little bit the question. 4 laps in already. I told you, it's a sprint. It's literally a sprint in this race. It's so short and it's so important for the drivers. The top 4 is within a second of each other, which is great to see. We can potentially see some moves around here. And the important one, the most important one is Circuit City. He is still about a second behind Magnus. And the question is, can he make an overtake on Magnus? Speedy Gunner is already into the pit lane. He's not having the best race that he can have. I mean, we know the pace of Speedy Gunner. We know how fast he can be, but he is just a little bit unlucky today. It's not really his race, but Circuit City went wide. What just happened there? Maybe a possibility for Kendricks. He's not going to do it here yet, but maybe the next couple of laps he can do it. He's really short on the back of Circuit City. Kendricks, where can he make a move? Here and the next, after this corner, we have a DRS zone coming up. He is very close behind. Can he do here? Maybe something on Circuit City. Kendricks, is he gonna make the overtake here? He has the possibility, and he goes down the inside. Ooh, a big fight coming up there. Both went wide there and cutting the corner. But Kendricks has made the move on Zerg City and is in P2 of this race right now. But can Zerg City come back around the outside? No, that's not gonna happen. Can he maybe on this straight he's gonna come back? Zerg City, can he make the move again? On Kendricks, yes he can, but Kendricks is gonna be into the pits. Yes, Kendricks is into the pits already on his medium compound of tires. That's a different strategy than Magnus. Maybe his undercut is gonna work, but we have to figure out what is going on. But Edge Yildirim is very close beyond the back of Zerg City. Now he lost some time here. Can he pick up that time again and get back into the DRS zone? I mean, he is already in the DRS zone, but can he maybe make a move in the next couple of laps? They're just fighting at the front. At the back there's not much going on. So we need to take a look at Edge Yildirim and Zerg City, of course. Zerg City is now 1.8 seconds behind Magnus, so Magnus has still that time and actually tire advantage compared to Zerg City. So Zerg City is, when he makes his pit stop, gonna be on the slower compound of tires compared to Magnus, because he is going to the fastest compound of tires. But here is Edge Yildirim. He's gonna make a move around the outside. Is he gonna make it stick? Great move by Edge Yildirim. And now the question is, can Zerg City come back? Can he fight back? They're both coming into the pits. So this was a crucial overtake from Edge Yildirim, because he has now track position of Zerg City. That was a crucial move by Edge Yildirim, and well done. Great move by Edge Yildirim. That was an important one. They're still coming right behind each other, obviously, but Kendricks made the undercut. Kendricks did manage to do the undercut. Kendricks is ahead of these two guys, and this is important. Kendricks has done the undercut, but what can Edge Yildirim and Zerg City do? Magnus has picked up a penalty of multiple warnings, I've seen, so that could play a part in this race as well. And this is such exciting. Already 7 laps in. We still have 7 laps left in this race, so we are on the half of the race. And there's yet still coming up so much to do here. Kendricks is 22 seconds behind Magnus at the moment, but Magnus hasn't made a pit stop yet. And yes, Magnus does have that penalty, which is gonna be so important. And Zerg City is trying to get back Edge Yildirim. Is he gonna make the move? He is gonna do it around the outside, and he will not be able to overtake Edge Yildirim. Maybe on this straight. They don't need to battle that much because they're losing time on Kendricks. They don't want to battle if they want to overtake Kendricks again. They don't want to battle. It's not that smart to battle right now. Obviously you want that position, but with that battling you're losing a lot of time compared to the car ahead, which is happening right now. And yeah, it's not looking good for Zerg City and Edge Yildirim, because they want to catch up to Kendricks, and it's already 1.4 seconds. And the question is, when is Magnus gonna make his pit stop? It could end up in a disaster, because Kendricks is 20 seconds behind Magnus, and you're around that time that you make a pit stop. And Magnus did have a lot of oversteer there as well. Maybe it's time for Magnus to make a pit stop, because he is losing a lot of time compared to Kendricks. This could play in Kendricks' advantage. Kendricks can and would be ahead of Magnus after his pit stop, and Magnus is gonna make his pit stop right now, while Speedy Gunner picks up a 3-second time penalty, which is not great for him. But there, behind, the battle is going on as well. They are still and again behind the tail of Kendricks, and it's gonna be very, very important what is gonna happen now. Where is Magnus gonna be on track? That's the question. That's the question, where Magnus will be on track, but he lost a lot of time, and he's gonna be behind the group of Edge Yildirim, Kendricks and Zerg City. So Kendricks is on the provisional race lead, but followed by Edge Yildirim and Zerg City. It's a very close battle indeed. And it's gonna be very excited, because this is going for the race lead. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be for the race victory. This three-way battle between Kendricks, Edge Yildirim and Zerg City. What a race we've been having so far. Edge Yildirim was very close to the wall there. Let's see who is gonna risk it. Who is gonna risk it? Who is gonna risk a move on Kendricks? Is Edge Yildirim gonna try and do it? Or is he gonna try and up to save a lot of ERS? That's the question. Is he going for a last lap overtake? Because Zerg City is there as well. What is he gonna do? This is very, very excited. He's going for the move down the inside. Edge Yildirim goes a little bit wide, and oh, there's contact. Oh no. Oh, there was contact. Oh, they lost a little bit of time, especially Kendricks lost a little bit of time, and he's now in P3, and Magnus is gonna be in this battle as well. It's a four-way battle to the lead. What is happening here? What is happening here? Edge Yildirim made a lunge down the inside and went a little bit wide. That's because Kendricks just rammed in the back a little bit, rammed in the rear a little bit of Edge Yildirim. Oh, there anybody just went into the wall. Oh no, that's Zerg City. What just happened there? He crashed into the wall. It doesn't seem to have damage, but what is happening here? That's just so unfortunate to see what happened there with Zerg City. 4 laps to go, 3.5 laps to go. What is yet to happen here in Jeddah? Edge Yildirim does have the lead by a second to Magnus. And Magnus do have a 3-second time penalty as well, so he's gonna lose at this moment 2 positions to Kendricks and Zerg City. That's not ideal for Magnus, of course. Still 3/10, and then yeah, Magnus wants to make a move on Edge Yildirim, of course. Maybe he can get his penalties removed if they were unfair, of course. But here, he is gonna go for the track position. Magnus takes the lead of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix again. Magnus into the lead, but he does have his 3-second time penalty. And Zerg City did make the move on Kendricks as well. They both swapping positions here. Magnus took the lead and Zerg City took 3rd place. It's very, very interesting, but let's get back onto the lead, because this is the most important part of the race. But Magnus, he would be furious about this, about himself, about that 3-second time penalty. He took one more warning too much, and that can cost his race victory here around Jeddah. That would be very, very disappointing for Magnus if he would lose his victory here because of a penalty. That's very unfortunate, of course. So 3 laps to go. We are in lap 11 from the 13, and in a little bit after this corner we are going into the second last lap of this race, and Kendricks made the move on Xerx City again, but maybe Xerx City did it on purpose to have DRS on this straight again and to have the advantage again to overtake Kendricks again. We are in the second last lap of this race. Is he gonna make the move? He is gonna make the move down the inside. Xerx City, can he make it stick? No, he can't. Great defending by Kendricks. And now still Kendricks in third position. Great battle is going on here between Kendricks and Xerx City. Who is gonna take that third position? And actually the second position, actually not, because Kendricks is 3 seconds behind Edge Yieldrim. So Magnus is gonna keep his second place with this penalty. So that's gonna be very, very interesting. And maybe, I say maybe, he can get this penalty removed if it was unfair. So you never know. He just wants his track position. And now Xerx City with the DRS on Kendrick, and we're heading into the final lap after the penultimate corner in a little bit. And what is the last lap gonna give? And there was a little bit of contact again. Xerx City pushed Kendricks a little bit wide and he went off track. So what is gonna happen? Who is gonna take that third position? Is it gonna be Kendricks or is it gonna be Xerx City? While Magnus is gonna start his final lap of this race. And maybe he's gonna be the winner of this race, although he has a penalty. But let's just watch. Kendricks made the move. Let's look on it. Kendricks made it stick. Kendricks is in P3 again. What a race, what a race. Xerx City, can he make a move again? He goes not down the inside. And Kendricks keeps his third position, I'm sorry. But let's look at Magnus. He has a 1 second lead to Edge Yieldrim. So just let's watch at this battle between Kendricks and Xerx City, because that's the thing. What still could change this race, what could change the result here in Jeddah. Does Xerx City, is he gonna have one more opportunity to overtake Kendricks? That's the question. This is a DRS zone coming up, 6/10 behind the two guys. It's not gonna happen on this straight probably. Maybe on this second last straight or on the main straight. That's the question. Here we are gonna see. Is he gonna be able to overtake him right here and right now? That's the question. Is he gonna be able? He defends, Kendricks defends, but there comes Magnus and he wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, although he has a 3-second time penalty and does have to give the win to Edge Yieldrim. He wins here in Jeddah, and Kendricks did manage to get that third place of Xerx City. What a race we've had so far. Atukia Dogs finishes in P5 and Speedy Gunner hit the ball with the rear here on the final straight. He's a little bit weaving. He has had an unfortunate weekend, but we know how fast he could be. It was just an unlucky day for him. But what a race we've had. Nemesis is going to finish in P7 and Flip is going to be finishing in P8. And of course, the thing to mention, BRG Vito. What a dramatic restart he has had. He started on pole. He had a lot of potential to win this race. But somehow, I didn't capture it on video, but for some reason he spun around on the start and he has had to retire. Very unfortunate for him, but what a race we have had with Edge Yieldrim, with the final winner after the penalty of Magnus, who finishes in P2, followed by Kendricks in P3. Xerx City couldn't overtake Kendricks on the final lap, so he takes P4, and What a battle that was between that top four. Edge Yildirim is driver of the day, and it's pretty much well deserved by him. Pretty good drive by Edge Yildirim. And these are the final results here in Jeddah after a very tense race. And here he is, Edge Yildirim. He slipped away there, but he is the winner of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix here in Jeddah in season 5 of LSR. He's the winner of round 8 here in Jeddah. Well done by all these drivers. Great race by all of them. We've enjoyed it very much. So these are the final results of this race. As I mentioned before, Edge Yildirim, the American, takes home the race victory here in Saudi Arabia. Magnus, also the other American, takes P2 after a penalty, which can maybe be removed. I'm not gonna say anything, but maybe. Kendricks in P3, Xerx City in P4, I Took Your Dogs in P5, Speedy Gunner in P6, Nemesis in P7, Flip in P8, and PRG Vito to end the roster in P9. So these are the final results. Thank you for watching, everyone. We've witnessed a great race here, an amazing race. And that's gonna be it for today. So yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure commentating for you guys. Maybe in the future we will do more. We're gonna see. But thank you for watching. I wish you all still a nice evening, and for the Americans and in the South American continent, a great evening. So thank you for watching all.